Black Panther versus Killmonger, who really won the fight? It wasn't just a battle for a throne. It was a war for Wakanda's soul. When T'Challa and Eric Killmonger clashed, it wasn't merely a contest of strength. It was heritage versus pain, tradition against revolution, and beneath it all, two men with Wakandan blood and wildly different visions for the future. Let's revisit each battle between them. Not just who won, but how and why it mattered. The first duel began at the Sacred Warrior Falls, the heart of Wakanda. Here, the throne is not inherited, it's earned. With the heart-shaped herb stripped from T'Challa's veins, he stood exposed. No vibranium suit, no enhanced reflexes. Only the skill of a warrior and the courage of a king. Then enters Eric Killmonger, unflinching, scarred across his body with every life he's taken. His stance alone sends a chill. He's not here for ceremony. He's here to dethrone a king. The ritual combat begins. Killmonger didn't waste time. From the moment the battle began, Eric came at T'Challa with an explosive ferocity. He wasn't fighting to prove something. He was fighting to take everything. He rushed forward with knife-like precision, using brutal military tactics refined over a lifetime of war. His fighting style was direct, ruthless, more street combat than ceremonial. T'Challa, on the other hand, fought with grace, every move deliberate. He blocked, parried, dodged, his style, steeped in the royal traditions of Wakandan martial arts, focused on balance and economy. The first few moments were evenly matched. At one point, T'Challa even gained the upper hand, twisting Killmonger's arm, driving him to the edge of the cliff. The crowd gasped. Was it over? But Killmonger wasn't finished. He roared, pulled himself back with terrifying strength. He wasn't just defeating T'Challa. He was breaking tradition. Then came the turning point. Killmonger takes advantage of an opening, exploiting T'Challa's leg. The king falters, struggling to rise. The challenger doesn't hesitate, brutalizing him with a soldier's precision. Killmonger struck low, targeting T'Challa's ribs, his knees. Every breath T'Challa took became a struggle. The crowd fell silent. Then came the moment that changed everything. Killmonger raised his blade, but instead of finishing T'Challa immediately, he turned and drove it deep into the heart of Zuri, the elder statesman and spiritual guide who had kept Wakanda's secrets for decades. Zuri had stepped between them, trying to protect T'Challa, begging Eric to stop. But Eric didn't stop. T'Challa cried out, his fury ignited, but it was too late. Then, the unthinkable happened. Killmonger lifted T'Challa and cast him over the cliff. The king was defeated. And Eric Killmonger rose, crowned not only by ceremony, but by combat. Yet the story doesn't end there. T'Challa's body was found, barely alive, by Jabari fishermen. Revived by the heart-shaped herb, Wakanda's last, T'Challa returned, not just with renewed strength, but with clarity. He had faced death. Now, he would face Killmonger again. The rematch didn't take place at Warrior Falls. It happened deep beneath Wakanda, in the glowing vibranium mines, the very heart of the kingdom. It was a battlefield filled with danger, sonic train systems, magnetic pulses, and enough kinetic energy to destroy both suits. T'Challa burst into the chamber with thunderous force, tackling Killmonger mid-sentence. The two warriors rolled across the track, claws clashing, suits absorbing blow after blow. But T'Challa isn't just throwing punches, he's thinking. He knows Killmonger is stronger, more aggressive, but he's not wiser. With Shuri's help, T'Challa disables the vibranium suits using the sonic stabilizers. Suddenly, the advantage vanishes. No armor, no enhancements, just man against man. The suits flicker, the blades are drawn, it becomes raw, gritty. T'Challa moves like a panther, using acrobatics, leverage, and precision. Killmonger, ever the predator, fights like a lion with ferocity and power. They grapple near the magnetic track. They trade blows under dim lights and cascading sparks. And finally, T'Challa strikes true. He flips Killmonger's blade, turns it inward, and drives it into his cousin's chest. But even then, he holds him close. There's no triumph in his eyes, no joy in the kill. He offers Killmonger mercy, a chance to live, to be healed, to see Wakanda not as an enemy, but as home. Killmonger refuses. His eyes look toward the sunset. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships, he says, because they knew death was better than bondage. It's in that moment, more than any strike or takedown, that the real impact is felt. T'Challa walks away alive. He reclaims the throne. On the surface, he won. But Killmonger left a scar on the soul of Wakanda. Because even in death, Eric challenged the nation to confront the world outside its borders. Killmonger lost the fight, but forced the change he sought. So maybe, just maybe, they both won in very different ways. But what do you think? Did T'Challa triumph through strength and compassion? Or was Killmonger the true victor? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the most powerful fight in the Black Panther saga, hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel breakdowns. Wakanda forever.